Hey guys, what's going on? SpitBrix here, back for another LEGO Ninjago video. In this video, I'll be going over every single dragon in the LEGO Ninjago line that has ever been produced. There may be some dragons in here that you've forgotten of just because of how many we've gotten, so be sure to stick around for the whole entire video. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be going through the entire collection of LEGO Ninjago dragons that have been produced. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to the first wave of LEGO Ninjago dragons. This is the Earth Dragon, which is Cole's dragon. This one is a very unique one, for it has no wings. This is basically one of the only dragons in the Ninjago line that does not have wings, other than, of course, the Green Ninja Mech Dragon, which is actually a LEGO Ninjago movie set. You can see the nice olive green pieces around his neck, as well as a bit of olive green printed on his head. Other than that, a lot of tan and brown within this set. Its main play feature was the swinging tail in the back, in which you could use its tail to swing and hit a boulder, and try and get it to hit into whiplash. Next up is set number 2521, and this set contained the Lightning Dragon. This was my favorite dragon for this first wave for LEGO Ninjago. This was a limited edition set and is worth a lot of money right now if you have it. That is, if it's brand new and you've never opened it. Here you can see the dragon a bit closer. The shades of blue are absolutely phenomenal. I love the gold touches in there. Also has a nice seating place for Jay to sit, as well as a few spears on the back of it, and a really cool lightning tail. You can see all those clicky joints there, so you have lots of posability, as well as ball and socket joints throughout this dragon. Really cool design. Next up is the Ice Dragon Attack, set number 2260. This was a $20 set whenever this set did first come out. Now you can sell it for $100 if you have it not opened. In this set, you get the Ice Dragon, which again had some nice color combinations with this transparent light blue and the white. This was the Dragon of Ice, which it means it is Zane's dragon. This was a really cool set, the smallest of the original 4 dragons that you could get. However, this one does have wings, unlike Cole's dragon. The last dragon from the first wave of LEGO Ninjago came from the Fire Temple set, which was around $120 in the United States. And of course, well, the dragon wasn't really the main part of this set, the temple was. However, it was a great addition. It resembles the Lightning Dragon and Ice Dragon, kind of if they fused. It's got just 2 legs, unlike Jay's dragon, but more so like the Ice Dragon. However, it does have a nice seating place for Kai DX to sit. Now, the color combinations really do resemble molten lava and fire. This dragon also has a really awesome fire tail, and probably one of the coolest molded head prints that we've seen from these LEGO Ninjago dragons. Now, another dragon that actually came out around this time wasn't actually in a set, it was in a polybag. Only 31 pieces came with the original Kai minifigure, as well as this very small fire dragon. This fire dragon would chase after Kai in this set, and of course, well, the playability here is that you're supposed to stop the dragon or maybe tame it, so Kai can ride it. Moving on to the next series of LEGO Ninjago, this is the Epic Dragon Battle set. Set number 9450 came with the Ultra Dragon. This was an absolute beast, basically a combination of all 4 of the main ninjas' dragons, all put into one. This was a absolutely phenomenal build, so many details and so many pieces as well to make this dragon. Had a really cool feature of whenever you pick up the handle in the very back, the wings would spread out and it could fly away like that. That was a really cool feature there. Of course, 2 of the dragon heads had ball shooters, the other 2 did not. You could switch around the heads so the lightning dragon didn't have to be on the top. You could put it where the fire dragon is. Lots of posability within this build, and overall a fan favorite for a very long time. Next up is the Golden Dragon from the final battle wave of LEGO Ninjago, set number 70603. This set came with, of course, the Golden Dragon for Lloyd, the Ultimate Spinjitzu Master. This dragon, well, it had a lot of gold on it, and of course it had some green, because of course Lloyd is also the Green Ninja. So the 2 colors together really complemented each other. This was a very interesting dragon. It was on the smaller side, kind of like the Ice Dragon that we got. But other than that, had some great features, and this was another one of the fan favorites. Everybody wanted to get this awesome looking beast, and in the TV show, it looked really cool as well. Next up is the Nindroid Mech Dragon set number 70725. This was one of the first appearances that we got a brick-built head for the dragons. Now, me personally, I prefer the actual molded dragon heads. I'm really glad that for the LEGO Ninjago movie, they brought back the molded heads instead of these brick-built heads. However, a lot of people did like the brick-built heads, and that's why you'll see further in this video that LEGO did continue that trend of building the heads rather than using molded pieces. Here you can see this was a robot dragon for the Nindroids. It was controlled by evil Sensei Wu and had some nice color combinations of that black, silver, and purple, looked great together. Also had some really menacing aspects like saw blades that you could get to spin and a lot of different playability features, even a swinging tail that reminds me a lot of the Earth Dragon that we got. Next up is the Titanium Dragon set. It did have a brick-built head. This was obviously for the Titanium Ninja, or Zane, and was a pretty unique one. It was kind of all over the place once again, had a pretty interesting tail though with the ball and socket joints, and that really awesome piece at the very end there. Had a lot of posability, you could move this guy however you wanted. Was really good for stop motions though, I saw some pretty good ones for this. Has some really cool color combinations, and overall a very unique Titanium Dragon. Next up, in the possession season of LEGO Ninjago, we got Attack of the Mohr Dragon set number 70736. This one came with Mohr's Dragon. This was another one of the fan favorites, but maybe not as much as, let's say, the Golden Dragon. Here you can see that we do have another brick-built head. In my opinion, this is probably one of the weirdest looking dragon heads. It kind of got built a little weird in my opinion. Not really sure how this one really turned out. But we did get some new felted wings, which were pretty interesting. Changing from just the blade Lego pieces to actually putting felt, like kind of like a Lego cape, in between where those would usually be. This was a very large change for this type of dragon and would continue on throughout the LEGO Ninjago line. The next dragon up is also from the possession season. This is the Master Wu Dragon from set number 70734. This was the first dragon we ever got for Sensei Wu, and in turn it actually had a great value for the amount of pieces that it had. Also a brick-built head. Really interesting dragon. A lot of different colors went together for this one. I mean as in white and gold. Those were only really the two colors. However, it did have an interesting little cockpit place where Sensei Wu could sit inside of that little crate. It introduced some new features for these dragons, like those wings, very different pieces, as well as a cool little tail. Other than that, resembled quite a few of the other dragons that we had gotten, but was pretty special since of course it was for Sensei Wu. Next up were a few smaller dragons that were in the possession season of LEGO Ninjago. We have the Kowler Dragon on the very bottom left there in the polybag. We do have another dragon right in the middle there from the Blaster Bike set, as well as another small dragon from the Ronin Rex. Here you can see some better images of those dragons. They were very small, didn't take up many pieces, but are still considered dragons within this LEGO Ninjago line. Speaking of smaller dragons, we also have another set from the possession season. Final Flight of the Destiny's Bounty also came with a ghost dragon. This one isn't as small as the previous ones we've looked at, however it is much smaller, and so it did not get its own set. It was just a add-on to this Destiny's Bounty set. Really cool though. I love the ghost dragons, great color combinations there and details. What's unique about this dragon though is he got a really long neck, which is really interesting. Just wanted to point that out. Next up is Jay's Elemental Dragon, which came in set number 70602. This was in the Skybound season of LEGO Ninjago. Obviously, this one was for Jay, had some really cool elements of lightning. However, I do have to say that the first lightning dragon we got definitely beats out this set in my opinion. I just think this one's kind of all over the place. This dragon seems a bit cluttered, but other than that, it does have some really cool details. A lot of the lightning pieces there and lightning printing and stickers all over it. Overall, pretty cool, very unique. Once again, has a head that kind of reminds me of the Titanium Dragon, but other than that, really cool looking dragon in this Ninjago line. Next up is another dragon polybag. This is Kai's Mini Dragon set number 30422. This was another very small polybag. This dragon has a bunch of flames coming out of him. Very small build, but also pretty cool to get another dragon. Next from the Skybound season of LEGO Ninjago is Cole's Dragon set number 70599. This set only had 98 pieces, and because of that, it didn't really get many details. However, for that amount of pieces on the other side, we did get a pretty good looking build. Has some nice little details on there, everything you'd want a dragon to have. The head looks a little bit funky, but that's really what you get for so small pieces. Next up is set number 70593. This is the Green Energy Dragon, which was in the Day of the Departed line of LEGO Ninjago for Lloyd. This was a very unique looking dragon. We got the felted wings with some really cool printing on there, probably one of the coolest felted wings that we've gotten for the Ninjago line. This dragon actually has a tail that kind of splits off into two at the very end, as well as some really long claws on his feet. Pretty interesting head, probably one of the smaller heads that we've gotten from these LEGO Ninjago dragons. Very small there, but other than that, some great details on the rest of this dragon. Now we're getting to more recent sets. This is the Dragon Forge set from the Hands of Time wave of LEGO Ninjago. Of course, we get the Fusion Dragon in this set. This was a really cool looking dragon, a combination of the Water Dragon and Fire Dragon, and together they make this beast. Really cool. You got two different wings there with different colors, two heads, as well as two tails. Really cool how you can see these colors mixing together. Overall came out very awesome. Now, most recently, we have gotten a LEGO Ninjago movie dragon set. This is the Green Ninja Mech Dragon set number 70612. Now, we are actually going back kind of like the Earth Dragon right here. This dragon does not have wings. Like I've said in a lot of my other videos, it kind of goes back to the cultural aspects of where Ninjago takes place. And I really do like how LEGO has changed that. It's very different. We haven't seen a dragon like this really before, or at least in a very long time. This set will definitely be a fan favorite for this upcoming movie. And that's going to wrap up my video overviewing all the LEGO Ninjago dragons. Be sure to comment down below which one is your guys' favorites. I'm really curious to see which one of these dragons is your guys' favorite. My favorite has to be the Ultra Dragon still. That four-headed dragon beast is absolutely phenomenal. Love how that one was designed, and how could you not like it? It's four dragons put into one. That's my opinion though. Your guys may be different, so be sure to comment your guys' favorites down below. I'm SpitBrix. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are new, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you guys are excited for this upcoming LEGO Ninjago movie. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.